early. Okay, I'm back. And blessings, faith, and favor to y'all. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope you have a fantastic morning. Welcome to Spirit You, y'all. Welcome to Spirit You. Listen, I know it is extremely early. I have not been live this early. I don't think ever because it's like 5 a.m. But I definitely wanted to tap in with y'all. I kind of been MIA. I've been MIA for the last few days because I've had a lot going on. I got a lot going on this morning. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this time or not, but I wanted to come in. It was either go live this morning or go live this evening. So I'm gonna try it out and see how I feel about it because I'm starting out something new today. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. It has been a very busy but productive weekend. I hadn't been live, y'all. I hadn't been live since Thursday, but we in this thing, okay? We in this thing. And again, I don't know if I'm going to continue to go live at this time. It's just what happens to be working out for me today. But I had to get some work done. I had to make sure. Hold on, let me put my laptop up, y'all, so I don't get messed up. We're still in Genesis, right? We're in Genesis 14. So we're going to do that, y'all. I'm going to try it and see because I don't know how tired I'm going to be after I get later on this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and record for this morning. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. You know what to do, Skiboski. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Let me take these off while we start in Genesis 14 today. OMG, y'all, I have been up for quite several hours now. I told y'all the other day the Lord was gonna have my schedule. It's gonna be a little cray. It's a little chaotic, so I really won't know how my schedule is going to go. But I will tell y'all that the Lord is doing some new things. And so he's kind of requiring many of us to release the wheel, right? To let go of control and just kind of go with the way that he is directing us, the way that he's leading us. And so I have had to do this as well. Little challenging, right? It's been a little challenging to do that because you get so accustomed and so used to doing things the way that you normally do them. I'm really feeling in my spirituals but I wanted to just kind of tap in with y'all to let you know and just kind of give a brief, because I'm hearing the Lord tell me to wait and do this live in the evening time. So I received that. But this is just to let y'all know that I'm not gone anywhere, but my schedule is definitely changing. So I'm recording this and I'm getting ready to get my new beginning started because I do have a new beginning. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But I was going to go ahead and do the Bible study and all of that, but I'm hearing the Lord tell me, no, just wait until this evening. But just to let y'all know, I know I've been MIA. I had a lot going on and the Lord is positioning us for something. Man, that would be a blessing. We can do that. The Lord is definitely repositioning us, y'all, for new beginnings and new opportunities. Today, come on, Lord, I feel that today may be a day where you may be stepping into something new. I definitely know that the Lord is opening new doors for us. So this is it feels like it's going to be a quick word of encouragement. And even y'all understanding that the Lord really is doing a new thing. And so for many of us, this is an opportunity for us to recalibrate. It's an opportunity for us to reset our energy and to start, re-strategizing how we're going to move in this next season. Come on, God. Many of us have moved through this point of transition. And so now the Lord he's giving us a game plan and he's wanting us to implement the strategy that he's giving us in order for us to be successful in this new season. A lot of us have come out of really stepping into the promise. It's a for real thing, y'all, that the Lord is stepping us into the promise, that the thing that he has told us and given the instructions for that we're going to be doing. So I came on here with the intentions of starting Genesis 14 today, but I'm feeling like we need to do that in the evening. So for those of you who've been over here at Spirit You, y'all know that normally we would be going live 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 6 days a week and then doing Bible study in the morning. But I may end up, at least for this week, having to do Bible study in the evenings. We'll be starting Genesis 14. And then, of course, getting the message for whatever the Lord has after that. Y'all, my schedule has been so cray this weekend, but a blessing, a blessing. But some of the things I am just going to share this because I don't know what else the Lord will give me by the time I come on here this evening. So let me just told y'all some stuff that I was supposed to be toting y'all, but I have been MIA, right? I had some things to do. So one of the things is the Lord is definitely talking to us about. So think about this as you're going through your day, releasing control and allowing the Lord to really just kind of lead and guide and direct you where he's trying to take you at this time. Many of us, you've been in the same season or the same schedule, like you've been in the same routine. And one of the things the Lord is instructing us to do is to let go. You may need to relinquish some things in that routine to start doing things differently so that you are not, number one, getting comfortable, because many of us, there's been this discomfort. Look, I ain't even put no oil on this morning. There's been this kind of level of discomfort that's been happening because it's almost like feeling like you know that something needs to change, or you know that something different is happening. And so the Lord has been talking to me a lot about releasing the control of trying to figure everything out and just allowing him to do what he needs to do. So he's definitely doing that. So for many of us, the way that next blessing is going to come for you is going to be detachment. You're going to have to release control. And yes, I understand how hard that can be. I have been had the same schedule basically for the last 2.5 years, but now the Lord is shifting many of us into something new. He's giving us something different. So many of you are getting additional responsibilities that the Lord is putting on you. And so it's going to come with detachment though, where he's still going to bless the things that we're doing, but you may have to just switch some things up. And again, y'all, it's oftentimes hard to do that. Thank you so much for liking the live, dearest one. It's sometimes hard to do that because we have become accustomed to moving the way we move. But in this season, we have to move different, right? We have to move different. Drop it in the chat. I'm moving different. So whatever the Lord is giving you to do, for some of you, this is what the Lord told me, and this was on yesterday. I got several days worth of notes, but again, I hadn't been live since Thursday, y'all. And just FYI, because part of what the Lord is even doing in my life is he's putting me in different places and kind of showing me other things that are coming in this season. So we have to be in position. We have to be prepared. We have to be where the Lord is telling us to be. So first things first. So when you detach and change your surroundings, God has a chance to move differently in your life. Sometimes, many times, the biggest hindrance to our growth is our comfort zone, being familiarity, right? When you get too comfortable in a certain place, not that the Lord won't bless that. Thank you for liking the live, dearest one. Not that the Lord won't bless that place or bless you in that place, but what he's doing is he's requiring us to grow. He's requiring us to step into something new, doing something different. As an example, y'all, I ain't been live at 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't think ever. I think the earliest I've ever went live is like 6 a.m. But I was in Bible study, and I've been in Bible study since about 3 this morning. I was in Bible study, and all of a sudden I just heard the Lord tell me to go live. And so I was like, okay, Lord. And so here I am, and not doing things the same way. We're still going to do Genesis 14, but I'm going to save it for this evening because the Lord is saying, look, I still need you to show up and be in the way of duty. I still need you to show up and making sure that you're doing what I'm requiring you to do, but you may just have to switch it up a little bit. And as a result of you continuing to stay committed, because for me, y'all, one of the biggest struggles that I've had, like over this past weekend, where I was still trying to be in control of everything, and the Lord was telling me, I need you to let me control it and just go with the flow, go, how the Lord was leading me. It was like so hard for me to do that, but he had other places and spaces that he needed me to be in over the course of this weekend. And so he changed up my surroundings a little bit. He put me in some different environments, which allowed me to kind of start to see where he's beginning another puzzle. Come on, God. I feel like that's the message, where he's actually creating another puzzle. Many of us, if you've been over here at Spirit U, we oftentimes, it's like the Lord, it's a puzzle. every time we complete one puzzle, he gives us all the pieces. He completes one puzzle in our life, we get another one. And so for many of us, especially over here at Spirit U, and if you are new to Spirit U, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. We're starting a new puzzle. So we're getting ready to start receiving pieces that we need to, you know what I'm saying? We got to put those in place. And that's the way that if you look at it, it's just like, okay, I'm starting a new puzzle. So me personally, and many of us that are here at Spirit U, you're starting a new puzzle. So the Lord is starting to show you pieces. Now you may not know yet how the puzzle is going to come together, but he's giving us an opportunity for a new beginning. A lot of this is in regards to like creativity, business ideas. We're getting ready to step into Leo season, and Leo is all like the time we're in right now. It's all about your creativity, your passion, what drives you, what you have fun doing. So for many of us, the Lord has given us an opportunity to start something new. This may be a new business idea, new business partnerships. This is a new passion project, because this is the energy for that. So if you have been feeling, I know he gave me something more to come on that. But if you've been feeling the need to like start something, do something like a random idea, as crazy as it may sound, do that. Okay. Make sure that you are doing that. So this is a time where the Lord is encouraging our growth. He wants us to be fearful, to be fearless, right? Be courageous. Leo energy is all about that. Stepping into new beginnings, being confident, being excited, having fun with the things that you're doing. So think it not strange if the Lord starts giving you new ideas, you start getting new things that you want to do something with that. So he's stepping us out of our comfort zones, which is why God will move you from around what is stunting your growth. For many of us, y'all, there are things that have been stunting our growth, and maybe you didn't even know it. Like you didn't even realize how you could have been keeping limitations on yourself, just simply by not taking a step, not moving forward. So this is a season where we're just going to continue to move forward. And if the Lord gives you something new to do, then make sure that you're doing that, right? Because he really is giving us an opportunity to start fresh, to have a new beginning, especially around the 24th. Thank you, Lord, around the 24th of in a couple of days, right? Because today's the 21st. He's giving us an opportunity to start fresh and do something different. Okay, do something different. What else? And start living the life that God wants you to have, and own the new life. Many of us have been so long in the struggle, or been so long in what your proverbial pit has been, that it's kind of like you can't believe that you really aren't in the pit anymore. But God, for many of us, is confirming like, no, we're not in the pit anymore, y'all. He really is upgrading us and moving us out of the pit. Okay. The number 1243 has been coming up a lot. So just pay attention. The Lord may definitely be speaking to you through numbers, through music, and through other people as well. You may hear random conversation, but there's going to be a confirmation in that conversation that you're hearing through other people. Make sure that you're writing down your ideas. Make sure you're writing down the messages and things that the Lord is giving you. There are definitely bonds that are being broken, insofar as for many people, things like codependency. The Lord is requiring a degree of detachment from some things in this season, so that we can stop trying to control everything. So detachment is going to be key as well. And I think that was it for that. Let's see. He gave me a lot. Okay, so then the next thing, and I'll have more on this when we get into. Good morning, Pam. Good morning. Good morning, Pamela Honey. So the other thing the Lord has been talking to me about, and again, we'll talk more about this evening in Bible study. The enemy is trying to isolate many of us, right? Good morning, Kelly. Good morning. The enemy is trying to isolate many of us, and that's going to be, just be mindful. The Lord has been talking to me about tactics and warfare of the enemy that have been, maybe you weren't aware of. It wasn't something that I immediately recognized until the Lord brought it to my attention. This is a time where, as you're stepping into your new beginning, the Lord is making us aware of new tactics that the enemy is using. The enemy does not have a new playbook, okay? But for many of us, because you're stepping into a new beginning, there are things that you're going to see that maybe you hadn't seen in a while. Like he might try to blindside you and hit you with something that's gonna like, you know what I'm saying, like catch you off guard. This really, really, really happened to me the other day, y'all, where the Lord, like the enemy won. I ain't gonna give him, can't tell you no stories about it. He won. He triggered me, pulled me out of character. I had a moment. I did a video about it. Thank you for liking the live, dearest one. He got me, right? He got me because I wasn't expecting the attack. So when I had the attack, before I knew it, I tripped out. I ain't gonna tell no stories about it. One thing y'all know about me, I am transparent. And don't let that Bible and these tarot cards fool you. I'm still her. You know, I got some gangster in my spirituals, and I let all that out the other day. And so it happened before I knew it. And so, but it was like, it was an unexpected attack where the enemy just caught me slipping. And so I was like, okay, I received that. So then the Lord started talking to me about tactics. And one of the tactics was catching you off guard, like catching you unaware, an attack coming from an unexpected person in an unexpected way. And it was just like, not even thinking anything about it. And before you know it, you beat and went off and snapped. Did. And so, you know, and it's unfortunate. I had to repent for that and ask the Lord for forgiveness. I'm not mad about what I said. I am mad. I am very, very had asked for forgiveness for how I said it, because I had about 17, 20, 100 cuss words. Meant it, because I'm true about me, right? For reality over here. So I had a moment and I was just like, man, Lord, the enemy caught me slipping, and I ain't had to go off in a minute, but I had to go off that day. And it's unfortunate because I was sorry about the person who I went off on and what I said, or how I said it, but not what I said. So be very mindful, because the enemy is trying to trigger you into arguments. He's trying to trigger you into disagreements. And this is all a part of his plan, because it's almost like he's trying to say, see, they hadn't changed. See, but I ain't never told nobody that I wasn't who I am. Like, I'm still her. I will cuss you slap out if need be. And look, sometimes, but again, it was me being very repentant. This is not something that I'm proud of. This is something that happened, but I recognized it. I just recognized it too late. And the Lord was trying to warn me about it, because I was in Matthew 18 doing Bible study. So he tried to warn me, but I wasn't really paying attention to the warning. And so anyway, the enemy caught me. He really did, y'all. He caught me. So just be mindful of that. So the enemy's trying to isolate you as well. This is a time where he knows that you're stepping into, come on, guy. He knows you're stepping into the next part of your destiny. He knows that you're stepping into the next thing that God is blessing you to do. And so as a result of that, he's trying to discourage you. He's trying to isolate you. For some of you, let's talk about help real quick. For some of you, the Lord is sending unexpected help in unexpected ways from unexpected people. Now, where the enemy is going to try to catch you with this is because he's going to try to make you basically like refuse the help, deny the help that God is bringing into your life. This is not something that's toxic. This is not something that, this is something that God is bringing. But I'm telling you right now that the enemy is going to try to convince you that this is not of God, that this, this is where your discernment has to come in, y'all, because the Lord will send you help, and the enemy will try to make you refuse the help because he wants you to feel like you are helpless. Does this make sense? He wants you to feel like you don't have any support. You don't have anybody. Ain't nobody cutting for you, checking for you. And it may just be one person. It may be a group of people. But what he's trying to do is convince you that, oh, that help ain't from God. Don't accept that. That person is deceitful. That person is a liar. And the way you're going to know the difference is, how is that person actually treating you or showing up for you? How are they, you know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody's mistreating you in some sort of way. And the Lord had to explain it to me, because he really is trying to make you feel like you don't have anybody. Okay. So be very mindful of that. Hold on. Y'all know I can't see the comments let me put my glasses on. That happened with my last relationship. She left when I needed her. She self-sabotaged herself. It happens. And good morning, dearest one. It happens, but I can't, this is not necessarily on relationship stuff. This is just on, y'all, the enemy is trying hard to, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people are not aware, because the enemy will, true story, y'all, he will convince you that somebody is And this person could be nothing but good to you. Like, let's say it's you, right? You nothing but good to that person. Sometimes people aren't ready to receive the help. But remember, we've been talking about being prepared and ready for the help that the Lord is giving us, right? And so many of us are in a season where the Lord is giving us exactly what we need. He's giving us help. It may not look the way that you thought it was going to look. Now, some people just don't have that understanding. And so, yes, we've all self-sabotaged some stuff. So, we've all done mess some stuff up that maybe was good for us and the Lord sent to us, but we didn't look at it that way. So we messed it up, right? But this is more so speaking to like people that the enemy, because it's like, come on, God, it's like destiny helpers, right? Y'all know we talk a lot about destiny helpers and people who are meant to assist you in this next leg of your journey. What I realized in this last week was that the enemy, and this is even speaking to, let me just told y'all now, this is even speaking to people who you're listening to. You have got to be mindful, y'all, because there are people, I don't care who it is, and you may feel this way about me, and I receive it, right? You have to take everything that you hear back to God. You have got to go and talk to God about it, because there are people, and this is why I told the Lord, I feel, because y'all know at Spirit U, we do a fast every month, right? So on the 6th of July, what's this month? On the 6th of August, we'll be doing our next fast. And I even told the Lord that I'm going to do a social media fast for August. Why? Because you have got to be mindful, y'all, because you will hear messages and people will, it's like, and then it's not even that they're doing it intentionally, but if your mind is not strong enough and your heart is not in the right place and you ain't taking these messages back to the Lord, people will convince you that somebody who actually has good intentions for you is out to get you. They're out there, they're bad for you. Like, why would you take that help? And many of us have gone through a season where we ain't have no help. We ain't have nobody, but then the Lord will send somebody in, and there are people, the Lord may send one person in, but that person may be attached to other people who you're supposed to be connected with. Does this make sense? And as a result of that, it's like you'll sabotage that connection, because if you're listening to people who are telling you that every person in your life is bad, you can mess something up, y'all. And I was this close to doing that simply by, paying attention and listening to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? You have to guard your ear gates at this time. You have got to make sure, because what the enemy will do is what will try to make you. It's almost like if someone is not showing up a way that is sabotaging you or hurting you, or, you know what I'm saying, like negative towards you, you got to be careful, y'all, because the enemy will try to convince you that somebody is terrible for you or they have bad intentions. This is where you have to let people show you who they are. You have to let people show you who they are. Good morning, Ramada. You have to let people show you who they are. And if someone is not showing you that they have bad intentions, then don't put that on them. Don't project that onto them. We had a message last week that talked about projection. So don't project that onto them. Because it almost is like, it's like someone who was put in place to help. You will sabotage that connection. So just be careful with that. That's enough on that. Okay. God is sending help in unexpected ways from unexpected people. And the enemy wants you to feel like you don't have help, like you don't need anyone or have anyone. Arguments, fights, disagreements are all a part of the enemy's plan. God can use whoever, however he wants to get what he needs to you. Whatever he needs you to get, he will make sure that you receive it. And it's not always going to come in the way that you expect. So just be mindful of that. So for some of you, he talked to me about social media. So just be mindful that you're guarding your ear gates, right? And the things that you're listening to. And I'm not saying that people could say the same thing about me, and that's cool, but you have to be mindful, y'all, because you can hear one message and you can be on completely positive energy, and one message will completely flip the script and have you thinking that everybody's against you. Last week, I talked about the spirit of offense, and no sooner than I talked about it, I end up seeing it, and I was just like, okay, Lord, I'm tracking. So for many of us, be mindful of who you're listening to and the messages that they're giving. We need to be in a time where if it is not talking about Jesus, if it is not talking about growth, if it ain't talking about something positive, uplifting, enlightening, encouraging, inspiring, something like that, y'all, it might not be the time, because especially in retrograde energy, right, where you'll start to think the worst, you'll start to think negatively about everything. So we have got to be careful, especially at this time, because the enemy is trying to trigger us and make us think about the negative things. And so we just have to be mindful of that. So some of you may be called to do like a social media fast. I know that that's what the Lord has talked to me about, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. God is giving you new people to connect with. There are new people who are entering your life. He's not putting you in this new land for you to be alone. So for many of us, he's reintroducing us as well. He's giving us an opportunity to reconnect with people. Y'all know I've been in, some of y'all know this, or I'm early, so some of y'all don't know this. I was in isolation for 5 years, y'all. And so now the Lord is finally bringing me out, which a big part of what he had me doing this weekend, which is why I haven't been live. And the next thing that I'm going to tell y'all, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to get ready. FYI, y'all, I can tell y'all this because it's a done deal. Y'all know that some of y'all know this and some of you don't. The Lord is putting us into new places and spaces. He's giving us new work to do. And so a lot of what has happened for me in this last month is because he had to set me up to put me back into position where he's sending me. So I start work today, y'all. Like I have not worked for 3 years. The Lord had me all to himself. It was just me and God, and, studying the Bible, simply being with him. And that's all I've done for the last 3 years. The time when I was homeless and living in my car, for those of you who don't know that story, I was homeless for 2.5 years. And the Lord just blessed me here in the last month and a half with a place to stay, right, with a roof over my head. And so all of this has happened in the span of about a month and a half, because I've been here since June the 18th, I think, was the Lord. He moved me from the state I was in. He has me, he moved me to a completely a new state, all new everything. So I'm actually going back to work and I start work this morning. So this is, but I'm still not on the schedule that I'm going to be on. So I'm going back into the workforce. I told y'all, but I understand, I know now why everything had to happen the way it did. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning. Good morning, Stacy. So the Lord is sending me back to work, but I even had to go through some training, and some things had to happen in my own life for where the Lord is sending me into. So my schedule is really, really, really getting crazy, y'all. It's going to be crazy for this next couple of weeks until I kind of see how, everything is going to play out. So I have a new opportunity that I'm stepping into today. I'm excited about it. It was very unexpected, but one thing about the Lord, he will give you something. He will just put you in a place. And this is not anything that I went looking for. It literally was something that was handed to me. And so I'm going to do that today. So I'm excited about that. But hence me being on really early. I don't know if this is how I'm going to continue to do this. I'm not like we'll do Genesis 14, but like I said, it'll be this evening. So for some of you, it may be the Lord returning you back to something, because he has work for us to do, and it's all about positioning, y'all. It's all about positioning. So that's why I told y'all my schedule gonna be cray, because the Lord really is doing a new thing. So for many of you, the Lord may be sending you into something new, but what he's also doing is he is putting you around people who are going to be pivotal in this next season of your life. This is for many of you, if you go to the Lord or you recognize what the Lord has been training you in, like experiences that you've had, things that you've had to go through. For me, literally in the last month since I've been here, I didn't quite understand it, but now, once things began to unfold, again, puzzles, right? Once things began to unfold, I understood what the Lord was doing. I'm like, okay, Lord, I understand why I had to go through this, because I need this skill, I need this wisdom, I need this knowledge in order to move forward, in order to be successful in the new beginning that he has blessed me with. So many of us have a new opportunity that's coming in. All of this happened for me. Thank God for God. It happened before Mercury retrograde. It just so happened that this ended up being my start date. And what's crazy is, for those like y'all, my birthday is Saturday. And so I've been telling y'all, like, one of the things the Lord is doing is he's cleaning up he's tying up all these loose ends. He really is like setting us, especially when it comes to your birthday time, your celebration. He really will, like, when you're ready for a new beginning and a new start, he will cleanse and he will clean everything out. He will purge everything. He will remove what is not necessary. He may move you from, like, for me, literally a month before my birthday, he to move me to a new state. Like, he will really tie up all these loose ends so that you are prepared to receive. Thank you so much, dearest one. So for me, my birthday come being on Saturday, like, there's a lot of new beginnings. There's a lot of things that closed out, a lot of old chapters. Many of you, he may be purging things for you, releasing things that no longer serve. So just pay attention to what the Lord is removing out of your life, so that when you come to this new beginning, when you come to this fresh start, you will be well prepared for it. I told y'all this a few weeks ago, where this is like, there's so much stuff right now in my life that is truly a full circle moment. Like, almost everything that is happening for me, it literally feels like I'm picking up in a lot of things, not everything, but a lot of things. I'm picking up where I left off from 8 years ago. And so a lot of the things that have been cleared out are things that karmically I'd been dealing with for 8 years. When I was, when he moved me from here and moved me to California, then moved me from California back to here. So many of you are getting ready to start experiencing real full circle moments. This can be in relationships, friendships, family dynamics, opportunities, business, take how it resonates in your spirituals. It's just a multitude of things that the Lord has prepared you to receive in this season. So think it not strange if you find yourself feeling like, man, I feel like I did this before. For many of us, the Lord is sending us back into new things, but you're coming back. Come on, God, you're coming back different this time. So as you revisit certain things, you're coming from a healed place. For some of you, this is relationships. You're coming from a healed place. So you're not coming back. You're not re-meeting people with toxicity. True story, y'all. Over the weekend, yesterday, I had an opportunity. Like, I prayed about something on Saturday, and then yesterday the Lord immediately made it happen. And I was just like, so some of you, the Lord is going to answer you just that quickly, y'all. Like, I told like, something happened on Saturday that made me kind of be like, I chopping it up with the Lord. And I was like, oh, I need this, that, and the third. And then yesterday, he put me in an environment that is showing me part of my next step. What's crazy is, so for many of you, the people that he's going to be surrounding you with are elevated. It's a different level, a different caliber of people. No disrespect to who you knew in the past, but because you've grown, the Lord is not going to surround you with the same type of people. He literally is moving you up. He's leveling you up. And so the people that he's getting ready to surround you with, these are people who are really, like, it's a true story when the Lord says like-minded people. Like, if you, let's say you're a business owner, right? The Lord is not, he's going to surround you with people who are on business type of time. Like, so for many of us, this will be so you can learn, so you can connect. It's teaching you how to network. And there's so many things. So yesterday, which would have been a Spirit You Day, right? I was supposed to go live yesterday, but the Lord was like, no, I need you to be in the place that I need you to be, because there are introductions. Come on, God. There are introductions to people, places, and things that the Lord is going to need to make so that you can be successful in this next season. And so yesterday, as much as I wanted, I was like, oh, I couldn't go live. And I kind of beat myself up a little bit, but the Lord was like, no, you're where I need you to be in this moment, because there were certain things that needed to transpire as the Lord is stepping us all into new things. So be very mindful of that. And I think I'm going to close on this, because this is the last thing. This is something the Lord told me the other day. For many of you, the Lord is changing. He's going to be changing your routine. He's going to be changing your schedule. But this is also, I think I did a video about this. For many of us, the Lord is like, we have spent so long doing the same thing. But what that has done, it's created a comfort zone. that we oftentimes don't want to step out of, right? We don't want to step out of that comfort zone. And so for me, it was going live 6 days a week, and I'm going to say this, and if you'll receive this, you'll understand it if it's for you. Many of us have spent so much time serving others, which we're meant to, right? We're supposed to be in service to others, but we also have to be in service to ourselves. So I recognized over these last few days that I have not been showing up for myself the way that I need to. And the Lord gave me an opportunity to just, for some of you, and I talked about this, not knowing that the Lord was going to actually provide this for me. Just speaking on myself, y'all, I've been in isolation forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not doing anything, going anywhere, like by myself, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had an opportunity to just kind of enjoy a day for myself. And that's what I did. And the Lord I was beating myself up because I was like, oh no, I got to go do the live. And, and the Lord was like, sometimes it's okay to just have a day where you're not so hyper focused on showing up for everybody else to show up for you. And so these last few days, it literally was a time where the Lord was like, I need you to just sit down and enjoy a day for yourself, because we can be so focused on giving every bit of ourselves to others that we forget that sometimes we need to show up for us that way. And so over the last few days, that's something the Lord been on my neck about, because because what I've been doing when I was in the car, over these last almost 3 years, was showing up for everybody else, because at that time I didn't have anything else to do. But now the Lord is giving me other things to do. And so he was like, so in the mean and in between time, we've got to find balance. And so he gave me an opportunity to just say, hey, take this day and relax. You're getting ready to step into something new, me today, right? And so he was like, it's okay to relax. And so I don't know who else needed that message, but that was something, a command that the Lord gave me this weekend. He was like, relax, it's going to be okay. And so I hope that resonates with who needs that. Yes, we still have to show up and do our work. Yes, we still have to show up and do our duty. But it's okay to take time for you, because many of us, we have not done that. Like, we're so used to serving, giving. And what the Lord was talking to me about is he doesn't want us to be burnt out. He doesn't want us to start to dislike our duty, dislike the things that we love to do, right? He don't want us to do that. So if the Lord has been encouraging you to take some downtime, to take some time for yourself, please do that. It ain't nothing wrong with taking time for you, because we all deserve that. And even in prayer this morning, I was just like, Lord, I still need to get up and come talk to the people now. So here I am. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know exactly how my schedule is going to go. I've been up since like 2:00 this morning. But if I feel like this is going to be a good schedule, then we'll do the message in the morning. And because I hadn't pulled any cards or anything, I might pull a couple just to get us going. But we're definitely going to start Genesis 14 this evening. But if the Lord is encouraging y'all to just, you know what I'm saying, like take a down day, take some time and just enjoy yourself, please do that, because he's trying to get you prepared and helping to teach you balance. In life, in work, in responsibility. You're not going to forfeit your duty. You still got to show up. Drop it in a chat. I'm gonna show up. You still got to show up, but you may have to do some, some changing up some things. You might have to change your schedule a little bit. and don't feel no type of way. Like, don't be beating yourself up because you showed up for you, because you need to learn how to do that. So for many of us, the Lord is showing us that we have to show up just like you show up for your family every day, your children, just like you show up for everybody else. You have got to show up for you that very same way. And so sometimes that means that that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. So I hope that message resonates for somebody. I know I needed it. I needed that day, y'all. And what was crazy was because I had such an amazing day. It was fun, and it made me, but it kind of made me sad, right? Because I was like, man, how long has it been since I just, was able to just sit, just have fun, like just, a carefree kind of day, not focused on being present in that moment. And I realized how long and how few and far between those days have been for me. So I hope that this makes sense to somebody. If you have been a person, especially if the Lord has had you, in the pit, right? You had, like me, 3 years where it's just like, no, me and God and nothing else, for real, for real. I've had some outings, but so it's not like I completely wasn't doing anything, because I had some fun things that I did. But I recognized for myself, I was like, man, I think the last time I really let my hair down, y'all, was probably when I was on the J Hud show back in October. Whatever. I was like, October? I'm like, wait a minute, Lord. Like, I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. That I think that was the last time that I had a moment where I was just like, man, that was actually something really fun for me. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do more of that. So I'm going to encourage you to do more of that, do more of the things that let you have a little bit of fun, because you deserve that, especially when you're showing up and you're doing your work, you're doing what God has asked you to do, that you've accepted your assignment and you're being obedient to that. So don't feel bad about taking some you time. Okay, all to do it. Let's get to it. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards again, y'all. We are going to do Genesis 14. And that was my intention this morning, but I felt like the Lord was like, no, we're not going to do that yet. We'll do that this evening. So I will be back on this evening, and I don't know yet moving forward, because I kind of right now have a crazy schedule. We may just do Bible study, might do like our regular thing in the morning. I won't be on here 2 hours like I normally am. But I'm not opposed to doing a 5 a.m. just because it may just work out for me. I've been in Bible study all this morning, so it may just work out that, thank you, Sandy. I really did. Like, when I say I really needed it, Sandy, like I really needed it, y'all. Like, I really needed some downtime. This weekend really made me realize just how much I have been in hermit mode. Like, I've really been in the bubble, right? I've really been in the bubble. And so the Lord is allowing me to step out of that. And I was grateful for it. So I had a great weekend. Like, I have no complaints about it. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was simply just like, man, I actually just got out and, had very intentionally just got out to enjoy myself. And I was like, I was like, ain't nobody gonna be mad because I didn't show up. Because y'all know I'm gonna show up. But I realized that I needed that time as I'm getting ready to step into my own new beginnings and, moving forward in my life as well. And the Lord was like, that's why I'm commanding you to take this time, because this week, just because I'm stepping back into a lot of new things. So I definitely needed it. I'm definitely glad I took the time. All to do it. Let's get to it. Let's get a message, because who would I be if we didn't do it? Y'all, I have mixed these up so much. I haven't recorded videos. So like I said, even though I'm going to work today, when I get off to work today, I'm still going to have to do work. So it ain't like, you're not going to have a shortage of things to do. So it's just about learning how to balance differently. So maybe tomorrow, come on, Backyard of Games, we receive it. Come on, Uniqua, period. So all to do it, let's get to it. Let's get a message and take us through this day. Let's see what we got, y'all. And then we'll start in Genesis 14 this evening. I'm not going to even pull that card, because I can't believe that the same card just keeps showing up no matter how much I shuffle these cards, y'all. Free flow. We didn't do free flow Friday, but Ola do it. Here we go. 79. Okay, the number 79. This is speaking to Deuteronomy 7 and 9. Faithful commandments, the promise, I am that I am. Know therefore that the Lord your God is God. and he is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commandments. Do what God told you to do. Okay. This is not the time where we're gonna be slacking. We're not gonna be slacking on none of that. God has given us something. So because we are faithful to God, he will stay faithful to us. And so many of us, the Lord is giving us a new contract, new revelation, a new promise that we're stepping into. Many of us, come on, God, he's fulfilling the promises. Y'all, he's fulfilling the promises that he has told us that are ours, right? So I'm even in Bible study this morning, I'm in Genesis 18. And so even it was like the promise that, because this morning, what I was reading about was him making the promise to Sarah, right, and Abraham about the birth of Isaac. And so for many of us, this is the beginning of a promise. And the Lord is also reestablishing and reaffirming his covenant. Angels still coming through heavy, y'all. So just know, like, you may be mindful of the people that you're meeting, okay? Because you never know if those are angels that you're encountering or not. You may have angels that are coming in and actually giving you a word, confirming God's promise to you as well. So be mindful of that. Okay. We have, come on, God, the blue moon, once in a lifetime opportunity. For many of you, the fact that come on, God, that you just keep on showing up, that you're staying committed to what God has told you to do. I have been feeling this energy, and the Lord has been talking to me about it. And this ain't for everybody, but if you've been consistently working towards something, you're getting ready to get an opportunity. You're getting ready for the Lord to bring something to you. It's like a position that you're going to feel. He's getting ready to bless you with something. This is potent energy, completion, culmination, luck, heightened emotions. This is speaking to rooms that the Lord is placing you in as well. You may not even realize it, or you may not even think. And I told y'all this, I think on one of the messages last week, you may not even realize the room is creating itself around you being the center. And so you don't even, maybe you're not recognizing this at this point, but you're actually attracting everything that you need. So think it not strange when people, places, and things start showing up in your life. It's because you're in this attractive energy and you're actually calling in everything that you need. The Lord is getting ready to start doing, I just heard one-offs. So it's like you're getting ready to start receiving these things. And it's almost like, for many of you, it's going to be miraculous kind of stuff. It's the same thing I told y'all, where blessings, favor is going to start following you. It's going to start chasing you. You're not going to have to ask or look for things. Things are just going to be presented to you. So think it not strange when stuff just starts showing up. The things that you need just start showing up. Many people would say it's like a lucky break. No, it's God. It's God showing you favor because you continue to be consistent, because you continue to be disciplined, because you did not give up. I know that's a message that's coming up because for many of you, I've been having this talk with the Lord, or just not even with the Lord, but just with multiple people. For some of you, I don't know how long you were in a particular situation, but it may be like a moment where you sit up and be like, man, I can't believe I was able to persevere through this particular thing for so long. And it's like the Lord commending that he's going to, it's because you did not give up. And for some of you, this is something that you endured for years. And it's like the result, the things that you're getting ready to start receiving now are because you didn't give up, and you continue to endure, whether it was days, months, or years that you had to survive through something. It's why the blessings are getting ready to start coming into you now. Okay. Come on, God, you have surrender. I'm telling y'all, man, I was just telling y'all at the beginning of this message about relinquishing control. This talks about acceptance, flow. Let me just show y'all. I'm gonna just show you so you understand. Can y'all see detachment? Literally, the word detachment right here. Acceptance, flow, detachment, cease, resistance. I'm telling you right now, come on, guys, you're going to start releasing and you're going to start receiving when you detach. That's what I literally wrote this yesterday, y'all. The Lord was talking to me about detachment. And so here it is showing up. Like when you release control and just say, okay, Lord, what do I need to release? What is it that you're showing me that I need to surrender to you? You're going to start receiving the things that you're asking for. So for many of you, what is it that you've accepted? What is it that God is saying, hey, I need you to let this go and just allow me to be in control? It's why I told y'all this story. Like, look, the Lord said, hold on, I know that you used to doing this way, but I need you to let me be in control. I need you to let me drive in this moment. And as a result of detaching from things, it actually makes you receive things, because it lets you, it lets God know that you are not trying to go above him. You're not trying to make it do it on your own. You really are allowing him to be in control. So just saying. So that was yesterday. The Lord was talking to me about detachment, y'all. So those are my notes from yesterday. So just know the detachment is real, and you're going to let go, and then you're going to let God for real. What else, Lord? Message. I got back up. Message received. We received that, Lord. I am listening and open to the messages the universe has to offer today. So message. That's the clear hashtag message. Okay. Because the Lord said what he said. And if you know, and if you was over here, then y'all already know every deck is a what? Message deck. So pay attention, because the Lord is definitely giving you clarity. He's giving you downloads. He's giving you wisdom. Good morning, Chris Curls. Good morning. He's definitely giving you ideas, wisdom, and he is going to confirm. Y'all know, for me, message is my word. That is my is part of my brand, if you will. And every one of my decks is a message deck. So there may be something very specific that the Lord is telling you. Pay attention to the signs that he's giving you. This is a definite confirmation of the fact that he is confirming his word. Of course, that's Isaiah 44:26. And so he is definitely going to be confirming his word. Some of you may get some unexpected communication as well. So be on the lookout for it, right? Be on the lookout for it. And also, if you feel in your spirituals to do something, please do that, because you never know how that one little change, pivot, the way that you do something different is going to be how the Lord is going to show up in a new way in your life. Cecilia said, detachment is my message. Child, yours and mine, 201. And because, baby, so it's like, soon as you let go and just be like, Lord, have your way. Right? Come on, 555. Soon as you let go and just be like, Lord, have your way, it's amazing how God can show up in your life, y'all. When you just be like, you know what, Lord, I don't know how it's gonna work out. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I ain't got no answer. So Lord, just show me the way. Drop it in the chat. Lord, show me the way. Daily prayer. Father God, give me the strength, the wisdom, the courage, the knowledge, the insight, and the understanding to do the things you put me here to do. Help me to lead, guide, and serve in a way that pleases you. So for many of you, there are definitely prayers that are being answered in this moment. I don't know what you're praying for, but the Lord is getting ready to show up and start answering some of the prayers. And for some of you, it's going to be pivotal. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be pivotal for you praying, standing in the gap for somebody else. Which part? Let me just tell some of you right now, one of your tests is going to be, how do you show up when other people are being blessed around you? How are you, come on, God, how are you showing up? How do you feel when you see other people that are receiving their blessings? Because we should not have a spirit of envy nor jealousy. Why? Because what's for me is for me. Drop it in the chat. It's mine. What's for me is for me. So I ain't gonna be mad at somebody else being blessed. Why? Because if you around me, then that means if you getting blessed, then that means mine is coming. You understand? This is why you want to surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you and who want to see you win. Because if my team winning, then I'm winning. Does that make sense? If the people around me winning, then I'm winning, because ain't no way, because that's oil, right? The oil rub it flows to the people who you surround yourself with. So if my people with me winning, then I'm winning. So we don't have to be envious or jealous or covetous of what somebody else is receiving, because if Gwen is winning, then I know my win is coming. You understand? I don't have a single reason, that I don't have nothing to brag on. All we know that if God can do it for you, he can do it for me. And that's it. Period, Sharon. We congratulate and we celebrate. Come on, God. We congratulate and we celebrate everybody, because I want everybody to win. I had that talk with somebody yesterday. to where it was like, no, baby, I'm gonna do everything I can to help the people on my team win. Why? Because if you win, then I win too. Good morning, Brenda. If you win, then I'm winning because I surround myself with people who win. We ain't on that. So this is like why you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people, y'all. People, for many of you, that's why the Lord has had you to detach from certain people, because you didn't have people who really wanted to see you successful. There was something about your success that was making them envious. It's a no for me. Okay. Boundaries cut off. Told y'all, blocked, you played yourself, and no going back. So for some of you, the Lord has definitely cut some folks out because they didn't want to see you win for real. And it's sad sometimes, and it hurts sometimes when the Lord instructs us to put some boundaries up and be like, I love you, but for some of you, it could be family. I got to love you from a distance. I got to love you from afar, because the Lord really is doing something major in your life. And some people aren't ready for the level of success that God is taking you to. Message, the shield that is coming in next. This is defensive. Told y'all, blocked, being prepared, security, ward off unwanted energies. For some of you, the Lord has saved you from something. This might be why the cutoff had to happen, because there are people who were not necessarily, they just weren't for your greatest and highest good. And so this is about you learning. And look at the lion that's on here. It looks like a lion. I know it's a unicorn. For many of you, you might have to block some folks. Don't be afraid to put, so look, 2 cards that are talking about no, blocks, boundaries, cut off, blocked. So some of you, it's some folks that's going to be blocked out of this blessing. It's some they finna be blocked out of this blessing that you're receiving. Sharon says it's an X for me. It be like that. It be like that, right? Sometimes you never know. Like sometimes it's an X, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's be anybody. But in this season, I ain't got time for nobody who trying to stop me from my greatness or stop me. Like, no, no, you're gonna have to move around, shawty, because I got stuff to accomplish in this season. But which I think the Lord is also showing us, y'all, he's surrounding us with people who want to get it just as bad as we do. You ever been around folks and they feel it's like they playing, like you steady talking about dreams and building and growing and elevating and moving forward, and they talk a good game, but they ain't trying to be run a good game. Listen, y'all, I ain't got time for that. And this season, because many of us, this is a bounce back season. Come on, God, this is a bounce back season. This is a season where you didn't have to, you really on some, I can't mess this up. The Lord just brought me out of the pit. I got stuff to do. So be mindful of people who will try to speak against or try to deter you from doing that. No, if you ain't trying to help me grow in some way, shape, form, or fashion in this season, if you're not adding to my growth, then I got to decrease you. You got to go. I got to subtract you from my life now, because this is not the time for play, y'all. I've been talking to coaching calls and talking to people about this, to where I ain't got time to play in this season. Do you understand? I know I have not talked a lot about this, but when I tell y'all that since the Lord has moved me into this new season, I ain't been on no play type of time. Like what the Lord had, the instructions that he has given me are so serious, y'all, to where it's like, I'm not even playing about it. Listen, I got to get this, because understand, it's been 3 years of waiting and being patient and not being able to really move and just having to be obedient and just, sitting. So now that the Lord, and again, y'all, I'll be very, very clear. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you, dearest one. Let me be very clear. You're going to have your seasons where you're walking, and you're going to have your seasons where you're running. I'm in a run season, but I've been resting for 3 years. Does this make sense? Sometimes you don't know how long the Lord is going to have you at rest. You're going to be, and for whoever needs this message, you're going to be praying like, Lord, please, don't try to move before you're ready, because when you tell the Lord, when you pray, you got to be careful what you pray for, because all of a sudden the Lord gonna be like, oh, you ready to run? You ready to run? Oh, okay. And then he gonna give you some stuff and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, Lord, hold on. I wasn't ready. So in that time that he gives you to rest, and most people will be like, how did you do that? I wasn't just sitting here being idle for 3 years. I was building this ministry, and I was creating the message decks, and I was creating Spirit and Glam, and I was doing all these things. So it wasn't no idle time, but the majority of what I was doing was spending time with the Lord. But when he say, okay, you ready, and he put you on that starting line, and you got to come out the blocks, you got to be ready for it. So don't ask for it if you ain't ready for it. If the Lord gives you rest time, you better take that rest time message. You better come on, good energy. We receive it. The law of attraction. Didn't I tell y'all already that you're attracting the things that you need? Many of you, your energy is very magnetic. I told y'all, you're literally going to, it's almost like if you can just imagine yourself being like, I don't know, the sun, right? You're literally, and I think I mentioned this in the vein of the room, you're attracting the people into the room. You're attracting what it is that you need. When you come to understand that God wants to give, you can literally feel like you ain't doing nothing and you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden everything that you need is just coming to you. You're going to be looking up and you're going to be attracting everything that you need. This is a truestory.com. You're going to feel like maybe it's just me. There were times, y'all, when I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like, Dad, I ain't doing enough. I need it. And the Lord's like, no, I need you to do just what I told you to do. And so for me, a lot of that time, y'all, was sitting and waiting and just being obedient, because even waiting and being still is a command, is obedience, right? Because sometimes the Lord, he don't need our help. He doesn't need our help. But what he does need us to do is be obedient in whatever he tells us to do. And sometimes your obedience is exactly what, or all the time, is what's going to attract exactly what you need. I'm telling you, energy, visualization, manifestation, magnetic. You really are attracting everything that you need. Many of you, opportunities. And this is also about staying in a good energetic vibration, y'all. One thing that, and remember, we talked about the tactics of the enemy. The enemy trying to keep you in this state of misery, sadness, keeping you in your feelings. Like I said, I told y'all I had to pop off and had to pop out and show, even though I'm sad about who I had to go off on, because I had to show Mattel. I had to show Mattel and remind some people who I am. But so it hurt my feelings that I had to do that, but at the same time, I'm not bad about what I said. But it's like so the enemy wants you to stay angry. Don't stay angry. I'm warning somebody about this because I don't want you. If I can help somebody to not get mad and go off on somebody, then I'm definitely gonna try to do that. So just be mindful. The enemy wants you to be in that type of energy, wants you to be mad and upset and all of that stuff. No, we ain't with that. Okay, we're not doing that. We're gonna spend our days being positive in a good energetic space, because when you have high energy, high vibrations, that's when you attract things, y'all. So this is why you want to make sure that you're staying, stay in that kind of energy and be like, okay, now I'm going to choose joy this morning. Drop it in the chat. I choose joy. I choose peace. I choose happiness, right? I choose the positive side of things. I choose positivity this morning. I feel like even in doing this, y'all, this is why you do Bible study in the morning, because you get full and then you go out for the rest of your day, right? You get what you need from the Lord, and then you go out and fulfill the rest of your day. Message. Money and marriage, engagement rings, shared finances, joint checking and savings, date night, diamonds have been coming up a lot for me. And so just FYI, I kind of feel like moving forward, I don't know how long this schedule is going to last, y'all, but I'm hearing the Lord say, like, no, today I wanted you to just come in because I hadn't been back on here. I hadn't been on here, but I feel like what the Lord is doing, and even for me, he's changing up my schedule. I was going live at 10. I may start going live at 5. Okay. So just turn your notifications on so you're notified anytime I go live or post a video, to get full in the morning. Cause that's what he just said. He's like, yeah, we're going to get full in the morning. We're going to get this morning's message. It's crazy, y'all, because I hadn't done this morning's message in a long time. But as the Lord steps us into new things, I receive it. So if this is what he wants me to do, then I'll do whatever he instructs me to do. But I definitely know that he's like, even this morning, it's about us being full before we go out into our day, right? And that's what we're doing here. We're going into our day with positivity and positive energy so that we can have a great and amazing day in purpose and on purpose. Okay, what else? And I'm going to close this out. 14:27. This is speaking to John 14 and 27. This is peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. This speaks to his disciples above and beyond. I really feel like what the Lord is giving a lot of us is the peace that transcends understanding. I actually saw that Philippians 4, 6 and 7. I saw it on a t-shirt yesterday. And I was just, it's like, of course, don't be anxious about anything, about everything, prayer and petition, present your request to the Lord. And so it was funny that I saw that. It was a confirmation for me because I was already like, man, Lord, I ain't, I'm supposed to be live at this time, but he had me in a different space. And so I'm grateful for it because he confirmed that and for whoever this is for, you're right where you need to be. So think it not strange if the Lord switches some things up for you. He wants you to be at peace with the decisions that you're making because come on, God, you're making the right decisions. And he just wants you to trust that he's putting you in the right places. Message. And we have justice on the top of that. Y'all, this is my son. This is karma, fairness, integrity, honesty. You reap what you sow. This is a reaping season. I feel like that's it. This is a reaping season. For many of us, we're getting ready to start seeing the blessings of the Lord, right? We're getting ready to start seeing the blessings. We're getting ready to start seeing the things we deserve, the justice that because of the fact that we continue to maintain our integrity, because we continue to show up in the way that the Lord needed us to. Okay. That's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That's all I got, y'all. I want y'all to go be great and amazing in purpose, on purpose. Have a fantastic and amazing day. At least for this week, y'all. I will be. I'm gonna chop it over the Lord and make sure just to confirm it. I'm finna get ready to go to work, y'all. I'm excited about that. Thank you so much, dearest one. Blessings received and returned. So at least for this week, I will come in on at 5. We're going to start Genesis 14, but I'm going to do that this evening. And so just kind of see, because I feel like the Lord will give me something else, as the day progresses, because it's getting ready to be an interesting day. But so I will tap in this afternoon at some point. I don't know what time, but moving forward, because I feel like that's what the Lord is prompting me to do. We'll still do our Bible study in the morning, but we'll start Genesis 14, or I may just wait and do Genesis 14, the first part of it in the morning, and then give the message just like we normally did. Okay. But we're going into this day, having a great and amazing day in purpose, no purpose. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude, go be great and amazing, do great and amazing things, have a great and amazing day. I will see y'all on the flip side. Make great things happen for yourselves today. I love y'all in real life. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. I'm so truly grateful. It's going to be an amazing week, y'all. I believe it. I receive it. And I speak that over your lives as well as my own. Okay. I love y'all in real life. I will see y'all. If not tonight, then in the morning. I love y'all in real life. Thank y'all. Love y'all.